Switzerland, a country internationally famous for its fine watches, its great skiing, and its luxurious resorts. But Switzerland's biggest industry is banking, because Swiss banks are unique in all the world. They have secret numbered accounts, and the owner's name is always held in strictest confidence. This secrecy is protected by the Swiss government. No individual, no corporation, not even the power of a government can discover the name of a depositor. For this reason, anyone with a great deal of money to hide knows that Switzerland is the safest sanctuary. Criminals, tax evaders, and political agents all find Swiss banks the perfect place to conceal their dirty money and their dirty secrets. The system is considered foolproof, or at least it was.
Bitte?
Sehen Sie mal da.
Oh, danke.
Das habe ich draußen auf dem Fußboden gefunden. Ja.
Your passport, please. Thank you. Mr. Hayes?
Yeah?
The purpose of your visit?
Business.
Do you have anything to declare?
No, nothing.
Have a nice trip, Mr. Hayes.
Thank you very much.
Hertel.
The writing is the same. If you want your client's secret bank accounts to remain secret, you will pay us 10 million francs. Wait for instructions.
I don't understand. Why should we pay 10 million francs to these people, whoever they are? What are we to do? Go to the police?
Never. Yes?
Mr. Dwight McGowan from America just phoned. He insisted on coming to see you immediately.
Very well. When he gets here, I'll see him.
Another one?
An American, McGowan. Earlier, I got a call from Herr Costa from Amsterdam. He said it was a matter of extreme urgency. I think I need a drink. What about you?
Definitely.
You heard the name David Christopher?
You mean that American in Geneva?
An American who used to be with the United States Department of Justice. He knows a great many names and can pull a great many strings, as we well know, both of us.
Lady! Lady! What in the hell are you doing?
You were planning to park in my spot? I'm so sorry. Shall I move?
Forget it.
Oh, look, he's moving out. I will hold the place for you, but this time be quick. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's for this gentleman over here. Hurry! You must hurry, you see. You forgive me?
I forgive you.
Good. We Ferrari owners must stick together. Auf Wiedersehen.
Not again.
Looks like it.
we gotta stop meeting like this.
Yeah, people will talk.
I
have an appointment with
Johann Hurt. Tell you what we'll do. We'll toss a coin. I think I've got a two-headed one here. I'm gonna toss it to see who goes first.
Very well. I call heads.
Miss Abbott. Mr. Christopher, it's awfully generous of you to interrupt your vacation at such short notice. However, I completely forgot that Miss Abbott is always on time for her appointments.
Thanks, sir.
Won't you come in, please, both of you?
Mr. Hayes from Chicago is here to see Mr. Banninger.
Very well, Brunnen. Send him in. Herr Banninger, Mr. Robert Hayes of Chicago to see you.
Much as I'd like to take advantage of your very delightful company, I think it best that we get to the point of this meeting.
Of course.
Now, Miss Abbott, the bank has retained Mr. Christopher in this special emergency to protect the interests of its clients, and I wanted him to meet you.
Why does Miss Abbott need protection?
I asked the bank for a statement. This is it.
Routine statement identified by number only.
Compare the two, and you will know why I had trouble sleeping the last 2 nights.
Mademoiselle Denise Abbott, unless you pay us 1 million Swiss francs to be silent while you have a number to count, will be revealed in London.
1 million francs? Isn't that stupid? Where am I going to get 1 million francs? And they can see what I've got. 200,000 or something. Less now.
Miss Abbott, the first steps have already been taken. I'm sure Mr. Christopher will have some questions to ask you. And I propose that you make yourself available to him later.
Of course.
If you need any help, don't hesitate to call us at the bank, or Mr. Christopher is at the Roundhouse Daughter.
I'm at Bellevue. Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Delighted to have you with us again, Mr. Hayes. Did you have a good trip?
Cut the crap, Banninger. You got some explaining to do. There's $1 million there for account number 763421. This is what I got to show for my account. I trusted you and your damn bank. Now somebody squealed my goddamn number to somebody. And I'm dead unless I come up with 1 million francs like today.
Mr. Robert Hayes, unless you pay us 1 million Swiss francs to be silent, your secret bank statement will be revealed to your business associates.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry.
Sorry, bullshit. I want to know what you're going to do about it.
So Denise Abbott is the 4th victim in the last 24 hours. The others being Andre Costa from Amsterdam, Dwight McGowan from Los Angeles, and Georg Rascher from Vienna.
That's right.
Georg Rascher. But, didn't I read about him in the newspaper? Wasn't he killed in a restaurant last night?
Yes, I'm afraid so. And what's more, this came this morning.
You want your client's secret bank accounts to remain secret, you will pay us 10 million francs. Wait for instructions.
I can't impress upon you too strongly, Mr. Christopher, that there must be no publicity. We cannot afford a scandal. Yes.
Sorry, Arnold, but Mr. Hayes is another of the victims.
Hello, Bobby.
What's he doing here?
Do you know each other?
Yeah, well, not socially.
Answer me.
The bank has retained Mr. Christopher to protect its clients, Mr. Hayes.
Protect us? What are you, crazy? He's U.S. Justice Department.
Not anymore, Bobby. Not for a couple of years.
Get him out of here. You hear me? Swiss banks don't give out their clients' numbers. Not to nobody. You got some friends back home been looking for you. You know that, don't you? They'd like to pay you back for all you've done for them. They got a long memory. All right. I'm leaving this bank right now, and I'm making a long-distance phone call. Person to person. My guess is if you're not out of this town by this time tomorrow, they're gonna find you in the nearest meat house, along with the other dead pigs. Justice. That's all I need.
I hope his best is good enough.
Call for Corsac.
When was the booking made?
Today, yesterday. What the hell? It was last night, Chicago time.
Oh, yes, I have it. A package was left here for you.
I'll take that.
All right, Mr. Corsac. Would you please sign at the bottom, sir? I already have your other details. How long do you need the car?
Not long.
And here are the keys for the silver gray BMW. And you find it at the end of the hall, through the door in our parking lot.
Thank you, honey.
Goodbye.
David Christopher and Associates, consultants on international affairs. May I help you?
When in the hell did I acquire associates?
I'm just practicing, darling, for when you make me your partner. Besides, it sounds more legitimate.
The only thing illegitimate in that office is you, Connie. Hey, grab a pencil, will you?
You are so old-fashioned, David. It's the electronic age now, you know.
Yeah, all right, turn on the damn machine.
It's on, sir.
Get a hold of Jack Foley at the Justice Department of Washington, D.C. Tell him I want some information on a Dwight McGowan. He's a Texan, but he runs his business out of L.A.
And ask him if Luigi Vasili has got any of his people coming in and out of Zurich, and if so, why. Next, get a hold of Freddie Cohen in Paris, honey. If you can't remember the number, look it up. I want some information on the following.
It is bad news, isn't it?
No, not necessarily so. It's just an unexpected complication, that's all.
Then you mean all of our planning is just out the window?
Please, relax, will you? You make me very nervous. Come on, sit down, have your drink, and listen.
Yes, sit down, have a drink, and listen. And relax. Franz, everything depended on today. We have very little time, Franz, don't you see? I know what it is. The bank doesn't want to pay. That's it, isn't it? We won't get the money.
Now, Rita, for God's sake, this is getting ridiculous. Please, try to control yourself.
I'm sorry.
I love you, remember?
I love you too. But I have this terrible feeling. What was it, Franz?
What was what?
The unexpected complication.
A consultant called David Christopher has been hired by the bank. He's a very clever man. We must find a way to deal with him.
Hello.
Mr. Christopher?
Yeah.
Denise Abbott. I'm sorry to disturb you, but something rather urgent has come up.
What happened?
I'll tell you when you get here.
All right, I'll be at the Bellevue in about 20 minutes. Is that all right?
Yes, that will be okay. There is plenty of parking.
Waldhaus, Dolder, Schiesserei, der Parkgarage. Verstanden? Ende.
Der schießt die ganze Zeit um den Ruhe. Hotel St. Gallen. Ist noch mal einer gewesen?
Ja, ist schon. Captain Hans Frey, Swiss Federal Police. What's going on here?
Some guy took a shot at me, ran out that door.
What's your name, please?
Oh, Christopher.
Do you have a passport or something?
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
He was about medium height. He had on a blue raincoat and a dark hat.
American, huh? Swiss resident. Businessman. What is your business, Mr. Christopher?
I'm a consultant. They took a shot at me down there. We had a fight, and he lost his gun somewhere over there.
Schwand,
Yeah.
come over here. See if you can find a gun.
Okay.
Captain, I had an appointment about a half an hour ago with a client at the Bellevue. So
Who in Zurich is consulting you?
Hurlby.
On what?
Business?
Business. Are you registered at the hotel?
709.
Who was he?
The man with the...
Yeah, the man.
I don't know. I didn't get that good a look at him. I was pretty busy.
You just given me a fairly detailed description, Mr. Christopher, so you weren't that busy.
Captain, there is no gun, but the hat.
So?
Well, he did take a shot at me. Now, they must have heard the shot. Look, I don't have a gun.
For the moment, Mr. Christopher, you may go. But I think we shall meet again. I'm in charge of the Federal Bank detail, Zurich.
Denise Abbott?
Who are you?
David Christopher, you phoned me.
You're late. I didn't think. You were coming. I was taking a bath. Come in, please. Please, sit down. I change into something less comfortable. Make yourself a drink. I'll drink what you drink.
Sein Schiff war die Sloop John B. Sein Leben war nur die See. Und immer bei Whisky und Bier war Captain Big B. Sie hörte ihm zu und ließ ihn in Ruhe, wenn irgendwo auf See sich wieder verlor. Sein Schiff war die Sloop John B. Sein Leben war nur die See.
Do you speak German?
No.
It doesn't matter. Personally, I never listen to the words. What are we drinking?
Scotch, okay.
Scotch is fine. Do you
Well, what?
listen to the words?
No. No?
I suppose it's too gauche or something to admit that. In these days of the philosopher minstrel telling us all about life. But frankly, I don't give a damn. Here's to your quest.
Here's to it. You said it was urgent.
You said 20 minutes.
Yeah, I want to apologize about that. I ran into a curious policeman.
I must admit, I'm curious, too.
About what?
Mr. Hurtle called to assure me that this very clever man, Mr. Christopher, was now handling my situation.
Yeah, Hurtle's been a banker too long. He uses words like situation when he means blackmail.
Are you very clever, Mr. Christopher?
Well, that depends on who you talk to.
I was also told I'm not the only one involved in this situation.
No, there are others.
And you will investigate them all, look in their closets and find skeletons?
Want to show me a closet?
Why would Mr. Hurtle hire you to protect me?
Why not?
Well, for one thing, to say you've been with United States Justice Department, then left rather abruptly, if that's the word, to make a home in Switzerland.
So?
So one wonders what you've got to hide.
I thought we were going to talk about your problem. If you have something you want to ask me or talk to me about, you just go right ahead.
Sorry. Just testing. Yeah, there is something that's really bothering me, something I want to talk to you about. How many accounts, a secret that is, would there be at Hurtle Bank?
I don't know, 1,000, I guess.
That's it. That's just it. If there are, why would you pick the ones like me? Only someone inside the bank.
Ones like you.
The ones with skeletons.
Does a skeleton have a name?
James Asherwood. Lord James Asherwood.
Lord James doesn't want his name in the paper.
Wouldn't be helpful to his career or agreeable to his wife.
You and Lord James will...
No, it's been over now for some time.
But the blackmailers think it'd still make good reading.
I suppose so. There. Excuse me. Yeah? What is it? Oh, Mr. Christopher. Yes, it's for you. A certain Captain Fry, I think he said.
Hello, how'd you find me? Yes, I know the Swiss police are very efficient. What do you want? The hell would I want with the rented car? Now, what in the hell is all this about a Hertz car? I don't need a Hertz car. I got a car. You see it?
The man wore a Hertz uniform. He stated the car was ordered by you. He mentioned your room number.
It's a package, Herr Captain.
And he said that the package you want to deliver is in the trunk. Shall we examine this package?
I suppose if I said I didn't want to, you'd insist.
Yes, I insist. Shall we go? All right. Here, please.
Hello.
It's 11 o'clock. You've overslept.
I was up half the night with the Zurich police who insist I'm responsible for a Bobby Hayes that was stuffed into a trunk of a rented car, which they say I rented, which I didn't rent. Now, don't further complicate my life. What is it?
Did you escape?
No, I didn't sign for the car. They let me go.
I don't understand.
Never mind. Get to the point now.
Jack Foley said there was trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Two men, a Kozak and Sando, employees of Luigi Vasili, left Chicago in a hurry night before last. Destination, Zurich.
Yeah, well, they did their thing. They're probably halfway home by now. Unless they stay on.
Unless what?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Go on.
Well, let's start with Russia. Now, Freddie says he's a Czech or Bulgarian. One of those. An arms dealer specialized in selling old weapons to new countries. And really ripping them off. And they swore to get him. Freddie says it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, well, Freddie's right. Only his time ran out yesterday. What else you got?
Well, so far, Hertel and Benniger have a clean bill of health. Jack Foley said he's mailing you a file on Hayes. I've sent a messenger with a dossier on Denise Abbott to your hotel. Let's see, that just leaves Mr. Texas.
Right, McGowan?
David Christopher.
That's right.
How about sharing some of this back home whiskey with me?
Beer's fine.
Waiter. Waiter. Bring my friend here a nice cold beer. Well, Davy, I've been wondering when you're going to get around to old Dwight. Herr Hertel tells me you're going to be my knight in shining armor and keep those bastards off my back.
Same message to the Internal Revenue Service?
You've been talking to someone about me, boy?
They volunteered the information.
You sure are a quiet one, Davy boy. But now, don't you worry. I got me a deal simmering back in L.A. that'll set me flying. Those tax claims, peanuts. Old Dwight and his Uncle Sammy just has a little disagreement over some back taxes. Nothing serious.
Well, old Dwight, I'd be a liar if I said they weren't concerned.
My old daddy used to say, son, don't you lose your head, 'cause your ass is sure to follow. Well, let me say it this way. You take care of this blackmail bullshit, and I'll take care of my Uncle Sammy. You hear?
How well did you know Hayes, Russia? How about Costa, Denise Abbott?
No, I didn't know him. Herr Hertel mentioned them to me, but I never knew him, boy.
Who handled your account?
Me.
How about your wife? She know about it?
No, little lady and I have been divorced for 9 years.
Secretary, business manager?
Nobody. I guard those papers with my life, boy. See, I'm scared, Davy. I don't have much more time I'm getting on, and I can't afford any big setbacks.
Well, Mac, money ain't everything.
You trying to tell me something, Davy?
Yeah, 5 little secret accounts came to Zurich. Hayes was killed, and then there were 4. Rashi was killed, and then there were 3. You show ugly, your daddy might turn out to be right.
Hello, Rita Jensen.
Rita, it's Franz.
Everything all right?
So far, so good. I've set it up. It's just a matter of following through.
What's the plan?
Just as we discussed. Now, you know what to do. Meet me tomorrow morning, just before noon, at the entrance of the park. All right? Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen.
Herr Costa, this is Mr. Christopher. As I told you on the telephone, we've retained him to protect us and you. These seem to be the final instructions. The day after tomorrow, you're Mr. Christopher. They know you. With 15 million francs in uncut diamonds, accompanied by the account holders, will proceed to Wilderswil, to the first intersection past Interlaken. There you will find a car parked next to a wooden barn with further instructions. No surveillance or all lives are forfeit.
Well, it's going to be a hell of a crowd. Can you get the diamonds?
We have a supply in the vaults.
How about you, Mr. Costa? Are you going to come up with the money?
Why should I pay 1 million francs? I did not break security. The bank did.
You have evidence.
Evidence?
Evidence, facts, proof.
How else could it have happened?
No evidence.
Actually, Mr. Christopher, Herr Benning and I have discussed this matter. And we reached the conclusion that the bank, without admitting any irresponsibility, will pay the ransom in order to save the lives of our clients, especially after the dreadful death of Mr. Hayes last night. I cannot risk another life.
That's very noble of you, Herr Hurdle.
We realize this is a temporary solution, but the reputation of the bank is worth more than 15 million francs.
And the bank will make up its losses with additional charges to its customers.
The percentage of loss will have very little effect on the charges to the customers.
No wonder they thought you might pay.
We'll pay just this once. That's why we hired you. We do not like the possibility of further loss along these lines.
I see. Mr. Costa, I'd like to talk to you.
What are you after?
The bank has hired me to protect its clients from blackmail. I just want to know why you're being blackmailed.
Isn't that academic now? The Hurdle Bank has agreed to follow the blackmailer's final instructions and pay their demand. Your job now, it seems to me, is to see that these instructions are carried out. I must go now. Herr Hurdle, may I thank you for your gracious handling of a most difficult situation. Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, as you pointed out, we have no evidence. And at this moment, I have no choice.
I spoke to Mr. Hurtel. He says there's a ransom to pay?
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to you about.
Good. Follow me.
stupid guy.
I must tell you something.
You're married and have 10 children, right?
No. I'm serious.
I'm not.
No, please. I want to make a confession.
Do I look like a priest?
No. No. You look like the man I just made love to.
Good, now that you confess, can
No, please.
Okay, confess.
My father.
Your father was a drunk, so was mine, so what?
You know about that?
Yeah, I know that.
You know the rest?
Most of it. Your mother ran away when your father died. You were brought up in a convent. You ran away from the convent when you were 17. You worked as a model, a waitress.
A mistress.
And my information is that wasn't work. You were in love.
I told you about Jamie.
You told me about Jamie.
I told you it was over.
You told me it was over.
You don't care.
You said it was over.
Yeah, it is. He went back to his wife, his children, and his career. End of the confession.
Now it's my turn.
You want to confess?
I would like a cup of coffee.
All right.
Later.
Fahren Sie bitte.
I'm sorry I'm late. I got held up in traffic.
I'm afraid you made a mistake.
It's no mistake. My name is David Christopher.
I don't know any David Christopher. I'm sorry.
I am very big on secrets. Any friend of Franz Benninger is a friend of mine.
And what big secret do you know about me, Mr. Christopher?
Call me David. I'll call you. What'll I call you?
For somebody who's that big on secrets, I'm surprised you don't know.
Was darf ich Ihnen bringen?
What would you like?
Nothing, thank you.
Nothing. Now, Miss what?
Jansen. My name is Rita Jansen.
Rita Jansen.
And it's not a very big secret. And if you would excuse me, please.
What will you have?
Oh, I don't care. Campari soda, anything.
Campari soda for Madame and vodka for me. Ice twist of lemon.
We are in trouble, Franz.
What trouble?
That man, David Christopher, saw us together.
When?
In front of the bank, I suppose. He followed me.
What?
Would you like to order now, sir?
No, thank you. Later, perhaps. What did you tell him?
Nothing.
What did he say?
He said any friend of Franz Benninger is a friend of mine.
Franz Benninger, my own vice president? It can't be. I simply cannot believe it.
That's my information.
Yes?
Mr. Christopher, please.
You. Hello.
Now, wait.
Yes, when?
At the house, Arnold.
When?
I'll be there. Franz Benninger. He wants to meet me.
It's coming out of the bank.
You deny that you and Benninger had no part of blackmail?
Blackmail? Oh, that's ridiculous. You are talking about blackmail? You have known Franz for over 30 years. You think he would stoop to blackmail?
The two of you been up to something. What is it?
It was my fault, everything. My father died 2 months ago. He had, I would say, a very good business. But lately, he had trouble, financial trouble.
But what has all this got to do with Herr Benninger?
Well, my father had his numbered account in your bank. So I made an appointment with Mr. Benninger, and he said without the proper papers, he could not hand over the account to me.
That's correct.
Well, and then I saw Mr. Benninger quite a lot of times, and we fell in love. And he decided to turn over the numbered account to me. And then with all these murders happening, I mean, we were afraid that if the case would not get solved, and if David Christopher could not solve it, everything would be lost. So we had to hurry. And he turned over the account to me, and I, in turn, paid off the loan and the debts of my father.
And he did this without consulting me?
Yes, Mr. Hurtle, without consulting you. You see, Franz didn't think he was doing anything wrong. The money was legally mine. I'm the only heir. And believe me, Mr. Hurtle, it did pain him to go behind your back. It really did. But you see, he loved me, and he wanted to help me. And I loved him.
Excuse me, but I thought you would like to know that Herr Benninger's condition is good. He was very lucky.
Thank you.
That solves your problem. Tomorrow morning, give your drive to the Diamonds. Have him pick up McGowan and Costa and meet me at my hotel at 8 o'clock. I've got a plane to catch.
But where are you going? What about tomorrow morning?
I'll be back.
I just had a meeting with David Christopher at the airport.
At the airport?
Yes, at the airport. We have a problem, Sergeant.
We do?
If we find that one of our banks is being blackmailed, and a number of its clients are involved with disclosures of their secret numbered accounts, complicated by the fact that 2 of these clients have been, shall we say, being terminated violently? Major crimes have been committed, murder and blackmail. So what should we do?
Captain, we must go to the commission immediately.
Wrong, not immediately, but very soon.
I don't understand.
If we present an unfinished equation to the commissioner, a problem without a solution, we have a scandal of major proportions. And that is one thing our country does not need now. A major banking scandal. David Christopher is a very clever man. He told me a very interesting story. Fascinating. I've given him 24 hours.
Come, Sergeant. We have work to do. Where was he going?
Who?
Christopher.
He didn't say.
But you know.
Yes, I know. Uncut diamonds. Yes, very clever.
Uncut diamonds?
High value in a small package. Easy to conceal, easy to market. Virtually untraceable. Yes, very smart, our Mr. Blackmailer.
Wanted to remind you, Captain, I'm going to do this my way.
You do it your way, I'll do it my way. Herr Robo.
Good morning, sir. Krause is my name. Here are the diamonds.
All right, we'll pick up Miss Abbott at the Bellevue.
Yes, sir.
What's that?
Uncut diamonds. That's what they want. The bank says that's what they'll get.
They don't look very pretty.
Go to Brienz, where the road to Planalbe crosses the railroad tracks. A steam engine waits for you. Further instructions by the engineer. Now, you check the car. All right, McGowan, let's go.
I'm sorry, Davy boy. This is as far as I go. I can't make it.
The instruction says...
Yes, I know. They said all of us.
I'm sorry, Davy. I want no part of it. I'm a sick man. I've gone as far as I'm gonna.
Casa, you take Mr. McGowan back to his hotel. He's not feeling well.
Very well, sir.
What happened?
Said he's sick. He's going back to the hotel. How is it?
One of the cylinders is bad. Points need adjustment. Carburetor's dirty. Besides, she's stolen. No registration papers, no insurance, nothing.
Limmat 7 an Zentrale.
Zentrale an Limmat 7.
This is Captain Fry. We are in Brienz approaching Interlaken. Have just passed the black Mercedes 600. Going now towards Zurich. License number ZH5001. Pick up and follow. But do not interfere or stop. We'll contact later. Ende.
I think I recognized Herr McGowan in the back seat.
Yes. So did I.
Ja, hier ist gut, ja. Hier. Go right up to the front. Yeah, this way.
Go over to the ski lift platform.
Zentrale an Lima 7. Aerial surveillance has observed suspects boarding Interlaken ski train. Will continue surveillance until further notice. Ende.
Hello.
Start the ski tow. Bring the diamonds up to the top of the ski lift. The rest stay in plain sight. There is a rifle on each one of you.
What did he say?
Said I'm to bring the diamonds to the top of the lift. You two are supposed to stay in plain sight.
May I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
You have no value to these people. They'll kill you without compunction.
You think they won't kill you?
I have a value. I may be a future object of blackmail. And if they were foolish enough to try, I'm a fairly good shot myself. Allow me, Mr. Christopher.
Go ahead. Go for a ride.
What are you doing? Bloody fool!
I'm Captain Fye, police. Have you seen two men and a woman, one man an American?
Yes, I just took them up to the ski lift. I was given some money yesterday and told to expect them. It was a joke. He wanted to play on his American tourist friends. It was very funny.
A joke? Can you show me exactly what you did, please?
Yeah, I called him from the cab. Start the ski tow. Bring the diamonds up here. The rest stay in plain sight. There is a rifle on each of you.
He said there was a rifle on each of us.
You know what he said. He talked to me on the phone.
Why are you doing this?
I flew to London last night. I had a little talk with Lord James.
Why would you do that?
Well, maybe I was jealous.
He denied her was his mistress?
No, he didn't deny it. She left out the good part. Ever since he said goodbye, you've been blackmailing him. He's tired of it. He told his wife, he told his children, he's going to take his chances with the newspapers.
What does that have to do with this?
Well, once a blackmailer, always a blackmailer. I tried to figure out what could put four unlikely characters like McGowan, Costa, Rasher, and Hayes together, and I came up with you, honey. A beautiful woman alone in Zurich who'll do anything for money.
Even if it were true, what does it prove?
Well, it proves that nobody broke bank security. Nobody gave away any secret numbers. There are no mysterious blackmailers blackmailing all of you. You pooled your statements and blackmailed each other. That's what it proves.
You have a lovely imagination, David.
You tell me where I went wrong, then.
If nobody takes the diamonds, then there is no crime. Not one you can prove.
Count 2 murders. An attempt on my life is a misdemeanor.
Mr. Hayes was killed by a gangster from Chicago. That's what I read in the newspaper. And poor Mr. Rasher was murdered by his business associate, whom he was cheating.
I suppose you didn't try to kill me in the car. You didn't encourage Bobby Hayes to try to kill me in the garage.
I'm not responsible for Bobby Hayes, and I'm not responsible for Mr. Costa or for the very charming Mr. McGowan. They can be ours. Yours and mine. If we want them. The blackmailer got them. He killed McGowan and Costa. He got away. Don't you see? Who loses, David? The bank? Doesn't think or feel. The bank has no morals.
Yeah, neither do you, lady.
I will have those, please.
Check the helicopter.
Yes, sir.
You have an affinity for dead bodies, Mr. Christopher.
Yeah, that's true, Captain, but this time I've got an explanation. It's a little complicated, but you're gonna love it.
Thank God you came in time, Inspector. This horrible man is responsible for all this. He killed 2 men, and he was trying to kill me, too.
You are safe now, Miss Abbott. These are serious charges, Mr. Christopher. You will return to Zurich in the custody of Sergeant Schwandt, while I escort Miss Abbott.
Oh, that was the most terrible experience in my life.
It must have been very difficult for you. You won't forget to bring the diamonds, will you, Mr. Christopher? Now, Miss Abbott, you will tell me the entire story.